Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right.
I'm renaming myself.
Oh, perfect. I was about to do it for you, so go for it.
I'm gonna claim host too.
So then you'll just have to let people in, and then
Oh,
I typically like to set the little like noise button for you. Here, let me see if it'll let me
I
just,
can do that. Play join and leave sound.
yeah, do that so that way if someone joins late, you see them once you're like if you're already sharing your screen or anything.
Okay.
And we'll give people a few minutes to get in. Mhm. piecing my life back together because my car got broken into overnight. So that's been fun.
No.
Yeah.
Where was it? Just at your house?
Yep, just my driveway. They got my everything because I'm really responsible. So I left like my laptop bag and my wallet and my purse and my makeup and
Oh no, that's the
I
worst.
was like file police report online, order new ID from the DMV, try to
Yeah.
track all my cards because they already used one of them. So yeah,
Ugh. People are so rotten. It makes me so mad.
rude.
Somebody hit my car and drove away last week. Like I was just parked and they just like rammed all up the side.
Rude. Yeah, I know. See, karma should get them and they should get their car broken into.
Yeah. And only good things should happen to us.
Right. No, I was just telling Parker, who's in my office, I was like, yeah, yesterday I got rear-ended. Like today, I got robbed. Anyone else?
Mm. Well, they're getting the bad stuff out of the way early in the year. The rest of
That's right.
2025
You saw
is gonna be amazing.
it.
It'll be so good.
I'll give people 2 more minutes and then we'll do our accountability check-in. Don't see her here yet, but she should be here soon. She will be.
Ashley, always. Okay, nice to meet you.
Been watching Ashley here, but I'm the one.
Sweet, yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and start our accountability check-in. Carson, I know we just saw each other, but you want to update us on where you're at today?
Yeah. So I mean, one of the big things, I met with Mara today. That was great. And then I also just sent off my 2-week notice for my day job, so fully focused on real estate. So that's a win. And then also have some conversations scheduled for this afternoon. I already had 3 today, so just moving on, getting things done. So
Good job. Great. Penny, how's everything going with you?
So far, everything is good.
Good.
I'm slowly getting back on track. So I did have a question though about previewing because that was one of the things I wanted to start doing right away.
Yeah.
And is it can you include some of the previews done online? I mean, can you do that, or do you actually physically have to go?
You want to count those as ones that you physically go to, whether it's open house, vacant listings, or showing a buyer, any of that will count. Or if there's like if WVMLS is doing broker tours again,
Okay.
it can count as a good option as well.
Very good. Okay, thank you.
Yes, good question. Taylor, how's everything going with you? I know I saw your 135. That looked great.
I just launched all of my new socials yesterday and shared them on my personal, so that started a lot of good conversations.
Good.
And I worked on adding people to my database as I talked to them. I think it went well.
Good job. Okay, great. Stacy, how are you?
It's going well. I was actually wondering how we get a meeting with you. I know that there's like Wednesday and Friday coaching, but I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to be attending those. I thought they were. I don't know. Yeah, I need some time with you.
Yeah, so those are great ones to hop on and ask any questions you might have, and then usually we'll have a little bit of additional like just content and stuff as well, especially on the Wisdom Wednesdays is what we have Wednesdays for. And then Fridays are also just like really good drop-in times. But if you need something outside of that, then just shoot me a text and we can get something set up.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. And Dick, are you waving through all the onboarding stuff okay and getting set up?
The water's getting deeper.
All right. Keep on paddling.
I was hoping to be all settled by this week, but I still got a few loose ends to straighten out.
That's
But I was hoping you guys would keep talking about your cars, because that was making me feel better about my week.
good. I'm glad I can help. Taryn, how's everything going?
I spoke to my client this morning or this afternoon, got some good information from him on what he's open to looking at in areas and stuff. And make a plan to maybe look at some houses.
Good. Excellent. And don't forget to make additional comments or conversations outside of that one too, so you keep building that pipeline up. All right, Young, you're doing good. Getting set up.
Yeah, hi, everything is good.
Good. Good. And is the translation working okay on here as well?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Perfect. Good. All right. Well, without further ado, today we have Madeline. She started her real estate career with Keller Williams in 2019, and she has also worked in construction for 6 years. Madeline has been married for 15 years and has 3 wonderful children, and she enjoys gardening and taking care of farm animals when she's not out there selling real estate. She was one of our reviewing principal brokers for quite a while, and so she has definitely a really great oversight and wealth of knowledge to share with us today, and I will let her get it taken away.
Cool. Thanks, Mara. Hi, Jordan. Long time no see.
I missed you. I'm so excited you're teaching.
I was just thinking about like when I was the reviewing principal broker, I did a lot of teaching and a lot of Zoom and things like that. And all of a sudden I went like, oh, that's right. I haven't done this in quite a while. But you know what? Here we go. Let's just share this screen and get rolling. So welcome. Oh, somebody else is here. Like all KWSC is here. I got the training room. I didn't know this was a thing, Jordan. Now I'm nervous.
Oh, I don't know who that is. That's
Oh, okay.
It's okay. That's one of my favorite classes, you guys. I'm so excited.
Well, I don't think you've seen me do it yet. We'll see what you think after this.
Okay.
So welcome. Define your value. Like Mara said, I've worked in the real estate industry and the construction industry for a lot of years. I actually just came out of my position as reviewing principal broker. That's why I'm saying hi to Jordan. I haven't seen her in like a month and a half. But yeah, welcome. Thanks for being here. I am going to keep an eye on the chat if anybody has questions. At least I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat. And but if anything comes up, you want to interject or anything like that, conversation and all that good stuff. So just feel free to unmute yourself and say, hey, hang on a second, and we can get rolling. So, here's your course overview. Looks like we're just right in the beginning of it. In session 1, you learned about connecting with your market. In today's session, we're going to discuss your value proposition and the benefits of having one. We'll also discuss how to define your own value proposition by uncovering what makes you uniquely qualified to meet your customers' needs. Knowing this, we'll work on creating your value proposition, practicing it, and begin it to use it in conversations. Here's today's agenda. We're going to first go over the value proposition. By the end of the day, you will be equipped to define the meaning of value proposition, explain the benefits of creating personalized value proposition, describe what buyers and sellers value most in their real estate experience. just to start thinking about what you'll learn today, let's consider what questions you might have. Feel free, like I said, if something comes up, feel free to just unmute or do the little hand raise guy. I should be able to see that. Utilize the chat if needed, and we will get rolling. So first, we are going to learn about the value proposition and discuss the benefits of defining your value proposition. First, what is a value proposition? So these are just a few bullet points to kind of get an idea. It is a unique, memorable, and persuasive statement that expresses the true value of working with you. It addresses the specific and special needs of the buyer and sellers in your market. It states what you will do specifically for your clients to earn your commission. And I think the most important thing here, it holds you accountable to high standards. I think it's oftentimes easy. Our clients don't necessarily always know what we're going to do for them, right? When we work in real estate, I think having a really well-defined value proposition and having shown that to your clients and told them what you're going to do for them holds you to that high standard, which can sometimes be hard when we are obviously all self-employed. A lot of times we just have our own selves to answer to. So having a really specific value proposition, I think, is great to hold you to a higher standard. Remember that one of our beliefs in the Y4C2Ts is commitment in all things. Your value proposition ultimately is a promise to fulfill your client's needs. This is a quote from the MREA about the value proposition. This is from Gary Keller, the one and only. It says, top agents can easily explain what services they will provide to anyone who hires them. I think a lot of this goes into the fact that top agents are doing these things over and over and over again each day, right? And they have systems, they have models, they have all those sorts of things. So it is easy to explain your services to someone when you're just pumping it out like a machine, you know, that's just doing it every day. So having a value proposition benefits your businesses in these 3 ways. There are many more, but these are just a few of them. First, it helps your clients understand your value and expertise. Not everyone knows why they should hire a real estate agent for all of their real estate needs. Sharing a specific value proposition with your potential client provides them the opportunity to see how working with you can make their real estate experience better. Another reason, number 2 there, it also protects your commission. Your value proposition helps you stand out from the competition and helps your clients understand what they are paying for. Again, I think a lot of times our clients don't really necessarily know all the things we're going to do for them or things that we could do for them. There's a lot of behind the scenes kind of stuff. So having that value proposition really drives it home as far as letting them know what you're doing for them. Number 3, it also builds strong and trusting relationships. Your value proposition is your promise to your client. So by keeping your word and working for your client, you earn their trust. Clients who trust you are more likely to hire you again, and they're also more likely to refer you out to their friends and family. So it's just another part of building that trust with the client so that they know what you're doing for them and what value you bring. When learning how to define your personal value proposition, it's typically super helpful to look at examples of value propositions from other well-known and successful companies. Here we have just a few examples. We have Airbnb, Grammarly, Walmart, QuickBooks. As far as these ones, what we kind of want to look at here to get our minds wrapped around what a value proposition is ask just a few questions. And the really biggest question is, what is it that makes these value propositions successful? Let's look at the Airbnb one. So it says Airbnb exists to create a world where anyone can belong anywhere, providing healthy travel that is local, authentic, diverse, inclusive, and sustainable. if we look at the QuickBooks one over there, send invoices in minutes and get paid 2 days faster. It's really obvious what you're getting and the benefit you're getting from that. Value proposition examples are written in client-centered language. So like I said, it's showing exactly what you're getting and what that's gonna, how that is gonna positively impact your life on the other side. A value proposition, these examples also pose a challenge along with its solution. So just really, again, really client-centered. It's showing the solution to the problem that's right in front of you. Value proposition examples explain either directly or indirectly through implication why the company is different than the competition. Like the QuickBooks one there, it says you get paid 2 days faster. It's showing you exactly why it's different from using something else. It's going to be faster, all that good stuff. Okay. So far in Ignite, you guys have discussed your value and discussed your value that is enhanced by being part of the Keller Williams, brokerage, what it means to serve as a fiduciary to your clients, and the importance of being a market expert. Now we're going to connect all that you've learned so far and connect it with a value proposition. So, the first question we will answer, how does being a part of Keller Williams family bolster your personal value proposition? The answer there is that being an agent with Keller Williams means you have access to command, which allows you to streamline the entire real estate process, thus providing a seamless experience for your clients. Of course, that's just one reason why being part of Keller Williams bolsters your personal value proposition. You know, like it said there, you've got access to command. I would also go as far to say you have access to an entire enormous network of agents. We're lucky to be part of a large network of agents across the entire state. So we're able to draw from different experiences that they had as well, masterminds, things like that. Just a couple of reasons why being part of Keller Williams is so valuable to your value proposition. Another question we'll ask, how does your value proposition relate to serving as a fiduciary for your clients? The answer, being a fiduciary for your clients means that you place their best interest above anything else, right? While serving as a fiduciary, you simultaneously raise your level of service and the value you provide to your clients, which exemplifies your value proposition. Another question, how does being a market expert add to your value proposition? When you have your finger on the pulse of the market, the knowledge you glean and share with your clients as part of your value proposition. This is because whatever you learn will help you in guiding your clients to make the best decisions. So staying on top of all the different resources we have within our network and within Keller Williams to stay that market expert, tuning into things like the SOI, the state of the industry that we do regularly, all those things. It's going to help you maintain your position as a market expert and keep being able to share that good information with your clients. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to look at some possible ways you can charge up your value propositions with what we have already learned about. So we're wanting to connect your value with the things that we already talked about. As far as Keller Williams and the Market Center value goes, one thing that bolsters your value proposition is that you have access to the collective knowledge and experience of nearly 200,000 agents worldwide. Like I said, we are part of the Experience Brokerage Network. We have not only the agents within our office, but also in different areas. I work out of the Eugene area. I've also, when I was reviewing Principal Broker, I worked with a lot of Southern Oregon agents. I also worked with the agents up in Hillsborough at Sunset Corridor, and having that experience really made me realize how different, we're all in the same state, we all have the same license, right? But between Portland and Medford, The way things are done up in Portland is different than the way things are done down in Medford and vice versa and all over the place. So I think it's really cool to be a part of this network and be able to, we have agents from all over the state that we can access the collective knowledge of as well. And it's easier to do so because we have the network behind us. Okay. Fiduciary. So you learned about, sorry, I'm trying to get out of here so I can see all my things. I have multiple screens going. Another way you can kind of bolster that value proposition as a fiduciary, you can point your clients to reputable resources for service providers, handymen, window washers, all that kind of stuff. Again, being that fiduciary means that we're putting our clients' needs above our own, and being able to point them in the right direction to what they need is super important. Also being a market expert, you can help stay on top of the market so that you can help your clients price their home to sell and price it accordingly because you are tuned into the market at the moment. Again, really important just to tune into those different resources we have and keep your skills sharp. Ahas, any questions? Anything anyone wants to share? We'll give it a second and then. All right. Quiet bunch. I like it. We'll get through this material quick. Or not. Ask questions if needed. Okay. Next, what matters to buyers and sellers? I think this is a hugely important aspect of building your value proposition. This is probably my favorite part of this course to go through, because this is what it's all about, right? It's what matters to our clients. It's getting them what they need and delivering results. So understanding what buyers and sellers want out of their real estate experience isn't complex, yet it requires you to know the purpose of real estate. Gary Keller wrote in The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, for buyers, their goal is to find the right home at the best price in the right time with the least number of problems. Emphasis on the least number of problems. I think that's like high up on the list of our priorities, right? Is to fix our clients' problems. On the other side, Gary wrote in The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, for sellers, their goal is to net the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time, again, with the least number of problems. Okay. Here are the top 10 service areas of the buyer value proposition from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. So these are the top 10 service areas of the buyer value proposition. So these are the things that we provide to our buyers that help them get to their goal, right? To get that real estate in their hands. The first is a needs analysis, figuring out exactly what they need, right? Figuring out price point, time frame, all those sorts of things. Helping them get through pre-qualification or get a pre-approval, get them hooked up with a lender, or if they already are hooked up with a lender, being able to decipher exactly what the next steps are to finding them a home. Also helping them get neighborhood information, pointing them to the right resources to get the information they need. Of course, the home search, the fun part, right? Being able to go out and try and find them their ideal place and look at houses and all that good stuff. Number 5, making the offer. Getting them under contract, right? That's like the big turning point to go from looking to actually working on one single transaction where they're going to get their home that they want so badly. Negotiating to buy. And then, of course, vendor coordination, right? Helping them find the right inspector, contractors they might need, title reps, all those sorts of things. The pre-close preparation, when you're working with a buyer, helping them put all the puzzle pieces together to get them into their new house. Closing, of course, and then post-closing. Being able to stay in contact with them and get them comfortably in their home everything working properly, and you've done your job. Good job. Okay, and here are the top 10 service areas for the seller value proposition from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Again, the needs analysis, figuring out what exactly they need, what's the most important to them, what their time frame is, all that kind of stuff. Pricing strategy. This goes back to being the market expert and understanding what's going on in the market and the strategy behind where you would price their home. Property preparation. Again, this is another part of being a market expert. I think that's really important, is going out and seeing what houses are on the market. It's easy to look at a comp or something like that online, but sometimes they look a lot different when they're in person. So being able to go see things and really understanding how most homes that are on the market are going to compare to your listing. Marketing strategy, figuring out exactly how things are going to work, if you're going to do some mail marketing, if you're going to do mostly online marketing, or what the strategy is there. Receiving an offer, or in really awesome situations, multiple offers. That's another thing that's a service area you're going to provide to your seller. Helping them negotiate the sale. And then of course, just selling the house in general. Pre-close preparation, helping them figure out all those little things that need to be done right before closing so that they can be happily moved on and out of their home. Closing, and then post-closing. Okay, this is a pie graph, obviously. Over the next 4 slides, we're going to look at data from the 2021 report from the National Association of Realtors on what matters most to buyers and sellers when they hire an agent. So this is the first one, what buyers want most from their agent. You can see here the vast majority of buyers want us to help them find the right home to purchase. That's for 52%. 13% say that helping them negotiate the terms of the sale is most important to them. 11% say that help with price negotiations is most important to them. And then 24% other, that gray area. The other category includes things like help with paperwork, determining what comparable homes are selling for, finding and arranging financing, helping to teach the buyer more about the neighborhood or area, example, restaurants, parks, public transportation, stuff like that. So those are the things that kind of fall into that other 24%. And then this one shows us what buyers value when choosing an agent. So the red, 20%, they value that the agent is honest and trustworthy. 19%, they want an agent's experience. Experience in real estate, experience in buying and selling homes, all that sort of stuff. 17% said that they really value the reputation of the agent. And then the gray area got even larger, 44% of other, which things that are included in other category that buyers value when choosing an agent. They said 13% of those people said that an agent is a friend or their family member. What else? An agent is a caring personality or a good listener. The agent is timely with responses. The agent seems 100% accessible because of use of technology like a tablet or smartphone. Those are all things that go into that 44%, the other area. If you resonate with any of these factors that we just talked about, consider including them in your value proposition. If you put these things into, like we talked about earlier when we were looking at the examples, putting it into client-centered language, that can kind of help you get some ideas of how to incorporate them into your value proposition. Now we'll flip over to the other side, what sellers want most from their agent. So another pie graph. 21% they wanted help pricing their home competitively. 20% said they wanted their agent to help the seller market the home to potential buyers. 16% said sell the home within a specific time frame. 16% said they want their agent to help them find ways to fix up their home to sell it for more. And then 7% other. Some of the things that were included in there were just simply finding a buyer for the home, negotiation and dealing with buyers, paperwork, inspections, preparing for settlement, that sort of thing. And that is what sellers want most from their agent. On the next one, we have factors that sellers consider when choosing an agent. 32% said the reputation of an agent. I think it's hugely important. Agent is honest and trustworthy. That was 19%, that yellow section. And then that their agent was a friend or a family member, 17%. So that right there should encourage all of you to start talking to your friends and family and letting them know that you're getting in real estate now. That's going to be a big one, is start out with a very small sphere of influence, right? Because it's really just like your friends and family and those sorts of things. And then that just grows and grows and grows because they recommend you to their friends and then they're in your sphere. And then before you know it, you got more business than you can handle. 44% of the other section, some of the things that are in that is an agent's knowledge of the neighborhood, that the agent is caring, good listener. Only 4% of that 44% said an agent's commission was a factor that they consider. And then the agent's association with a particular firm was 4% of those people considered that. So let's look at the top response from what sellers consider when choosing an agent. The top response there, the 32%, reputation of an agent. If you're a new agent, you may wonder if you'll be at a disadvantage because you're still in the early stages of building your reputation as a real estate expert. However, I would definitely encourage you to lean on the powerhouse reputation of Keller Williams as you're getting the start. For example, you can tell potential clients, KW has the strongest reputation in our market for helping people with their real estate needs in the fastest time frame and with the least number of problems. I would encourage you when using stats like that, talk to your PC coach, talk to and get statistics about our offices, all of our individual offices. We can pull, market stats and you can have some kind of elevator pitch type lines to be able to say, like, this is what my office is doing. They're, selling X percent of the list price or all these things. You can use different examples like that to kind of back up until you are far enough into the business that you're able to give your own stats. Oops, sorry. Okay, something happened. There we go. Sorry, I got a little mouse happy. I scrolled in the wrong spot. Keller Williams is committed to adding to your value proposition. In today's market, that means investing in technology that propels your business forward. So being a Keller Williams agent means that the essentials you need to start building your brand and nurturing relationships are available to you as a Keller Williams agent. Here are just a few of the features that our technology platform Command provides for you. Within Command, there are smart plans, which are really awesome. It's a really awesome resource for you guys. It's a way to track your contacts. It's a way to track your contact with your contacts. You're able to put certain contacts on certain smart plans, and it's going to send you reminders like text this person today or call this person today or send out an email or whatever, so that you're always making sure that you're dripping on those clients and keeping front of mind for them. There's also the KW app. It's an end-to-end consumer app. It uses AI and machine learning and your expertise to communicate and keep in contact with your clients. You can also provide transaction transparency and remind clients of your value. In Command, there's one thing that I really love that I always talked about when I would teach the Command class before, and that is the tasks list that you can do for your clients. So once you're in a transaction, you can create a list of tasks that you're going to either be doing within the transaction or that sort of thing. You can turn on client updates. And then as you check things off the list, it will email your client every day. And it says things, it'll send an email automatically at a time that you choose. And it'll say something like, things are getting checked off the list. Here's all the things that were done today. And as you checked things off yesterday, like say in the beginning of a transaction, you know, you're opening escrow, you're depositing earnest money, you're doing all those things. As you're checking them off the list, it then updates your clients automatically. Love that. That's something else that the KW app and the Command will do for you to just keep you in front of your clients. It's also got the agent sites, obviously. It allows your contacts to save searches for homes and allows agents to create searches on behalf of contacts and clients. All right. Any questions? Any comments? Anything at all? All right. We'll keep rolling. So we've covered what a value proposition is and why we need to have one to express the value we provide and the benefit to our customers. So we also covered what buyers and sellers have expressed is most important to them. We want to use both of these things as guidelines to show you how to design your own value proposition. So I know you've got your workbooks. There's spots in there for you guys to write things down. Be doing that as we go through this, because that's going to be really helpful to be able to go back and kind of develop exactly what your value proposition is. So here are the 3 steps to define your value proposition. First, identify your knowledge, attitudes, skills, and beliefs that make you qualified to be a great real estate agent. I think this is really a fun part for me. I think I want you guys to do this because I think sometimes it takes us just to sit down and really think of our life experiences to realize how uniquely qualified we really are. It's really easy, I know, for myself, for a lot of people, to get those limiting beliefs, right? And go like, oh, I don't really know anything. I don't know. Oh, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't have that many skills or things like that. But really going back and looking at your life and what you've been through and what you've learned, your previous jobs and those sorts of things, there's always going to be something that you can pull from your prior experience. I know there's one agent in our office in Eugene Springfield. She was a teacher before she was a real estate agent. Those kind of seem like complete opposite ends of the spectrum. That is not the case at all. She is extremely good at working with first-time home buyers. You know, we're constantly teaching in this profession. So being able to look back and really understand like, oh, okay, that actually really helps a lot. I know for me, I worked in construction for a lot of years. That has turned out to be something that really makes me uniquely qualified. You know, I'm able to look at things and go, oh, I know, you know, what it takes for this to be fixed or done and things like that. And I'm able to speak from experience rather than, you know, speak outside the scope of my license. I know a certain amount of things. So first of all, identifying your knowledge, attitude, skills, all those things is super important to help you figure out what your value proposition is. Then number 2, transform the value you provide and the value of KW and your market center into benefits for your clients. And then third, just putting it all together and building your value proposition statement. We'll go into further detail over the next few slides. You will also get an opportunity to start defining your value proposition as we go through each step. I kind of went on a little tangent about this a second ago, but identify your knowledge, attitudes, skills, and beliefs that make you uniquely qualified to be a great real estate agent. For your value proposition to resonate in a meaningful way with your clients, it must be aligned with who you are. So I think authenticity is something that people really pick up on. So making sure that these things are really your true abilities and they're aligned with who you are is super important. So what knowledge do you bring to the job? Do you have a degree in accounting, law, or finance? Maybe you worked in construction like I did, and you have a knowledge of homes and home building codes, things like that. Just kind of think back, write some notes down in your book as far as what knowledge you bring to the job. And then aside from that, what attitudes are you bringing to the job? Do you consider yourself caring, confident, honest, committed? What are those things that you can also bring into your value proposition? What skills do you offer? Maybe you're really good with the computer. Maybe you're a tech whiz and you're able to help others learn how to use technology. Maybe you're great at negotiation or problem solving. What kind of skills do you have that will help? What benefits do you offer? Sorry, what beliefs do you offer? Equity, integrity, things like that. What's like really core beliefs in your life? Again, we want this to be really authentic and true to you. So what do you got? Step 2, transform the value you provide and the value of KW in your market center into benefits for your clients. Your value proposition statement expresses the value you provide in language and makes it relevant to your clients. So think through how your knowledge, attitudes, skills, beliefs can be beneficial to your clients. Many of your life experiences can be relevant to real estate. Even if you don't see it, look at it from another angle. Even if you haven't articulated it to yourself, you've already used your experience to help others. Again, maybe in another life, you were a teacher or a little league coach. That means you have experience helping others. You have experience teaching. You have experience coaching through all sorts of things. So you can translate that into your real estate career. I feel like a lot of what we do is coaching people through managing their emotions, coaching people through what they need to get done in order to get to the next step, all of those things. Think back and ask yourself how your personal experience makes you especially helpful. How could you use that in the future to help your real estate clients? When considering how to make real estate relevant, think about what buyers and sellers say are the most important factors to them. So you can flip back and look at those pie charts and those percentages and figure out what is most important to people. How can I help support them in that? Now think through the value you receive from the KW and from your market center that can also be beneficial to your clients. Let's say your market center averages 98.9% of list price when selling homes. When meeting with your potential client, you could share that statistic and share that statistic with your client. It doesn't necessarily convey the full scope of your value to your clients. Instead, you can say something like that. You get the best sale price for your home due to my thorough training and negotiation. You can also think about the services you offer that are made faster, more convenient, and more accurate with use of Keller Williams technology, such as Command or the KW app. Right. Step 3, build your value proposition. The strongest value proposition for your client combines the value you offer backed by the value Keller Williams and your market center offers. So remember, it's not about being perfect. It's going to change. It's going to evolve. It's definitely going to change as you learn new skills, as you progress through this program and also progress through just the real estate world out there. It's going to change. So you're able to kind of tweak and fix as you go along. But again, the really important thing is that it's authentic to you. It truly conveys what you're helping your clients do. We're not going to role play, guys. Sorry. We're just going to roll right on through. Are there any questions? Any ahas that anybody wants to share?
Which carries more weight? Your intelligence and your personal experiences, or the intelligence and personal experiences of your computer?
Definitely your intelligence, I would say, Dick, for sure.
I
I
would hope
think,
so.
yeah. A lot of people, there's always a lot of talk, right? With all the new technology coming out and things like that, where people are saying like, oh, this career is going to be irrelevant, or that career or whatever with AI and all those things. I don't buy it. I think that there's an extremely human element to real estate that cannot be replaced by any technology. So many times, we're helping people through really difficult situations. I mean, I've done divorce transactions, listings through that were really nasty and ugly. I've helped, when I worked in construction, I worked in kind of a very niche area, and the majority of clients I were helping were trying to sell a house and working through like probate issues and dealing with the death of a loved one, or that sort of thing. I think that the human element of real estate is irreplaceable, because those are real important things that we have to help people through, and it's an emotional process. Goodness gracious, it's emotional. Our
The
computers
computer
will not
does not
replace
have-
us.
Yeah, the computer does not have emotions.
Exactly. Which I suppose could be good sometimes, but
Computer can only repeat what it's been told.
exactly. So we went through that quick because we didn't have a whole lot of
Well,
discussion and things, but each day at Ignite, you grow in how you think, feel, act, and implement what you've learned. From learning and ahas and discussions here, you move forward to achievement of your big life, which is what we're all here for, right? To achieve our big goals. So, you've got your success system time now. Mara kind of went over the accountability stuff. I would encourage you guys to keep on top of those things and keep making contacts, keep talking to people about your new career in real estate. That's going to be a really huge part of expanding into this world. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. Oh, here we go. I know how to do this. Do not call anyone you're not supposed to call, people. Jordan loves it. This was my thing when I was a principal broker. I know the TCPA. Talk to your principal brokers, talk to your productivity coaches. Getting out there and making those phone calls is so important, but we do not want you accidentally calling someone you're not supposed to. The responsibility of any fines and fees regarding the do not call list, if you call someone, is your responsibility, not the market center responsibility. So we don't want anyone to be getting fines and stuff like that. So check the do not call list, talk to your PC coach, talk to your principal broker, find out how to get onto the TCP website and be able to, it's really easy. You get an account and you can search phone numbers and it'll tell you if they're on the do not call list. And then when they're not on the do not call list, you can call away. Wow, I just fell right back into my home in principal broker land with that one. But keep up the good work. You guys are doing great. I was once one of Mara's productivity coaching clients. That's how I started out in this business. And it's a great program. Mara's a fantastic coach, and all the other coaches in the network are awesome as well. Keep up the good work. That's all I got for you folks. Unless anyone's got questions or wants to just talk, we can do that too.
Question on command.
Yeah. Oh, I know that good. Tell me.
Could they combine the do not call list with the contact entries on command?
Yeah.
So
That
they
would be cool.
automatically let you know it's on the list?
That would be cool if they did. I feel like they might never do that though, because that would be kind of opening up the market center and the brokerage to a lot of liability, I feel like. Don't you, Jordan?
I want to say that, so on the back end, what you can do is if you have any ideas that you would like to see in Command, there's actually a website where you can go and put that idea in. And I feel like somebody's already done that. So they either might have already reviewed that or maybe they're talking about it. But I'll send you that link, Dick, so you have it to see if that is something that they're working on or not.
Yeah. It's a pretty easy and intuitive website. It's donotcall.gov, and you go to the telemarketer section. We're not technically telemarketers necessarily, but we're calling people, you know, and you just set it up, and it's real easy where you can just enter in some phone numbers and you click a button and it either shows up red or it shows up green, and you're able to make those calls. But that's
Yeah,
a
if they
smart idea.
complain, I'll just tell them my name's Jordan.
Exactly. Exactly. Awesome, guys. Well, thanks. Keep up the good work. It's a good
Thank
business.
you.
Thank you, Madeline.
Hi, Jordan. Tell everybody up there I said hi. I miss everyone.
Okay, we all miss you.
Bye, guys.